Welcome back, everybody, to the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here on MLB The Show 20. As today we continue the NLCS here against the Arizona Diamondbacks, games 3 and 4 on the slate. As last episode, we kicked off the series, games 1 and 2, and they were up and down, I suppose. Game 1 ended up being a 5-3 loss. Arizona only had 5 hits in that game. We had 8, and we scored all 3 of our runs in the 9th inning. The Diamondbacks were led by a dominant pitching performance from ace Zach Gallen, going about 7 1/3 innings, did not allow a single run. We made a valiant effort in the 9th inning, but it was not enough as the Diamondbacks took Game 1 of the series in Pittsburgh, which certainly hurt. But then Game 2 happened, and we ended up getting the win, 2-0. The only run scored in the game was off of a Josh Bell 2-run shot in the bottom of the 1st inning, and there was no scoring after that. The Pirates are led by a complete game shutout from Mitch Keller in his first career postseason start, which is rather impressive. Keller, in his 3rd full year in the majors, had a breakout season this year and really had a phenomenal game in this one. Arizona, once again, with only 5 hits. This time, they didn't score anyone. Our bats haven't been terrible in these 2 games, 3 runs off 8 hits, 2 runs off 9 hits. You'd like to see some more runs on the board, but we're hitting for fairer contact. In the American League, the Indians and Red Sox are tied in the ALCS at 1 apiece, so it looks like both conference series will not be simple 4 or 5 game sets. So here we go, Game 3 at Chase Field. The Diamondbacks return home to the desert of Arizona as they are set to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates here. Somebody will take a 2-1 series lead, but the question is, who will it be? As we take a quick look at games 1 and 2, the starters ended up getting the wins and losses in both games for each team, which I find interesting. Here's a look at both lineups, 1-10-9, no Benny Ling. There have been a lot of lefties the Pirates have faced in the postseason. Benny Ling usually only starts against righties. And speaking of that lefty on the mound for Arizona, it's Robbie Ray. Channel legend from our Diamondbacks franchise last year. Robbie Ray has pitched in 1 playoff game this year. Didn't do too hot, but we know he can strike out batters with ease. Here's Eduardo Escobar in the top of the 1st, the former Diamondback. Ripping a single down the left field line, Pirates got themselves an early base runner. Dylan Carlson now up, full count pitch, weakly hits out into 3rd. Nice play by Josh Fuentes. He bobbles it and does get the throw in time to end the top of the 1st. Nice defensive play by Fuentes, even though he nearly had an error. Jameson Taillon on the hill here in the bottom of the 1st. The ace from his Pirates team, who had an incredible season this year, did not pitch all that well in the 1st playoff game. The team won. That was Game 1 of the NLDS against the Padres, but he didn't pitch all that well, and he does not get off to a great start here. David Peralta, the 2nd batter of the game, shove and gap, places that one beautifully in the left center field for a double. Arizona now has a runner in scoring position here with 1 out. That'll bring up the impending free agent this offseason, Ketel Marte. He's just a winner's shot because he's just looking. Mookie Betts now up at the plate. That ball is hit fairly nicely into center. Brian Reynolds makes the catch, and there are no runs that cross the plate here in the 1st inning as we advance now to the bottom of the 2nd. Josh Fuentes going to lead things off, and he will get that one past the glove of Anil Cruz for a single. The Diamondbacks had themselves a runner on with no outs, so once again, they have an opportunity to potentially drive the few home. Kevin Crowe now up at the plate, 1-2 pitch. He is going to strike out on the 95-mile-an-hour 4-seam fastball. Following batter, Carson Kelly. He is up at the plate as Fuentes is stealing 2nd, and he's gunned down. Francisco Mejia, part-time ball player, full-time sniper. Mejia has a cannon behind the dish, one of the strongest arms, regardless of position in the entire major leagues, showing it off on that play. So Carson Kelly resumes his at-bat. It's not a very productive one. He ends up going down on the low and outside slider as he's going fishing on that pitch. Top of the 3rd now, Bo Bichette has had a rough start to the postseason, but has played a lot better here in the NLCS after not recording a single hit in the NLDS, and Bichette opens this one off with a single. Jameson Taillon now up at the plate, not a huge threat with his bat. However, he weakly hits this one into right. Bichette really does not know what to do. It does drop for a hit. Bichette advances to 2nd safely. So that'll put runners on base and nobody out An opportunity for Pittsburgh to capitalize. O'Neal Cruz now up. He's going to go down on the slider. O'Neal Cruz has been the opposite of Bo Bichette. Killed it in the NLDS and has been quiet in the NLCS. A couple batters later, here's Josh Bell with 2 on and 2 outs. Crushes this one into straightaway center, and it's gone. Josh Bell goes deep, his second postseason home run. And Pittsburgh, just like that, with one swing of the bat, is on the board first. They now lead this game by a score of 3-0. The Pirates are not done, however. Dylan Carlson gets that one over the head of his shortstop. It'll drop for extra bases. The former highly talented Cardinals prospect will advance to second for a double as Pittsburgh is not comfortable with this 3-0 lead. They want a little bit more. Brian Reynolds now up. He's normally the leadoff hitter. Today, hitting from the 5-hole. Pirates just, experimenting. As Reynolds lines out to shortstop, Domingo Leyba makes the play. Speaking of Leyba, he's going to lead off the third with a single into center as the Diamondbacks are going to try to make this game a little bit closer quickly in this game. Robbie Ray now lays down the bunt. Jameson Taillon makes a weird play by stopping. Had he gone to first, Bell could have flipped it to him for the out, but instead, Robbie Ray is safe. We'll see if that comes back to bite the Pirates. There's the 30-year-old rookie, Ronald Sumwell. He goes down on the 95-mile-an-hour pitch. David Peralta now up. He's going to look at the inside slider. That's ball 4. And the bases are now juiced with 1 out. That'll bring up Ketel Marte. And he's going to ground this one to second over to Cruz. And the throw to first is not in time. Marte hustles to first fast enough. And the Diamondbacks will score because of it. Huge play from Marte. Ground out to second, but because he's safe, that'll score a run. And the single here for Mookie Betts will score another run, as it is now 3-2. Not only does the error from, and I don't want to say the error, but the bad decision by Taillon not trying to cover first, that leads to 2 runs for Arizona, and I guess the hustle from Ketel Marte also leads to 2 runs. Inning does come to a close as Fuentes will fly out to center, but still a busy third inning for both teams as it's now 3-2. Pirates have the lead on to the 4th. Bo Bichette going to hit a single of 2 outs as Pittsburgh wants to extend this lead a little bit more. That would bring up Jameson Taillon. He's already 1 for 1 today. Got to try to make it 2 for 2, and he is unsuccessful. Another weak hit into right. This time it does not drop. Ronald Sumwell makes the catch, and we will now move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Kevin Cron up at the plate, 2-2 pitch, and he's going to go down on the 12-6 curve, inside pitch from Taillon as we now advance to the 5th. 3-2 still your score. There's O'Neal Cruz. Belts a ball deep in a left center. Does have the distance just barely over the fence for O'Neal Cruz. His second playoff home run. And the Pirates will double their lead. It is now 4-2. Josh Bell with the home run earlier. Can he get another one? Not quite, but that will drop for an extra base hit. Bell lines this one beautifully into left field, rips that one for a single. Some runners would have tried to be gutsy and go for second. He's going to play it safe. That'll bring up Dylan Carlson now. That gets past the glove of Sumwell for a hit. And that'll put 2 runners on with 2 outs. And it really looks like the Pirates are starting to hit off of Robbie Ray fairly well. Brian Hayes now up at the plate, full count pitch. He's going to draw a walk on the inside fastball. And the bases are loaded. The Diamondbacks don't want to take any chances. They're going to make a pitching change. Merrill Kelly will enter the game in 5 postseason innings. He's allowed 1 run. The batter he has to face is Francisco Mejia. 1-2 pitch, and he's going to swing in the dirt. Kelly will just tag Bell, who is running home. And the Pirates do score 1, but they could have scored more in that inning. Bottom 5 now, the pinch hitter Josh Rojas up at the plate. That one goes deep into right. Dylan Carlson makes a bad play on the ball. That's a double for Rojas. He probably could have gone 3 if we're being real, but decides to play it safe, and there's a runner on second with no outs. That'll bring up Ronald Sumwell. That ball is crushed deep in the left, and it barely curves foul. That was maybe an inch or 2 away from the pole. That's got to hurt. And the Diamondbacks would not score in this inning as it ends off with a Ketel Marte strikeout. He goes down looking on the full count curveball. Down to the 6th. I forgot to show the initial graphic, but bear with me as Devin Williams enters the game for Arizona out of the pen. O'Neal Cruz up at the plate with 1 out. That ball is hit deep and a right. He's gone yard once today, but not quite twice. It would be caught by the Mook man, Mookie Betts. as Eduardo Escobar now up at the plate. That one is hit into center field for a base hit. So 2 runners on, 2 outs. That'll bring up Josh Bell, who excels with runners in scoring position. He had a 3-run shot earlier in this game. And he's not going to hit a 3-run shot, but he does draw a walk. And the bases are loaded again. This is like the 3rd time in this game for both of these teams that the bases have been loaded. Dylan Carlson up, weak grounder to second. Samuel will throw it to first. And for the 2nd straight inning, the Pirates leave them loaded, and the score will remain 4-2. Here is the Mook Man up in the 6th inning. That ball is rocketed into left center field. That one will go over the fence for a home run. And the Diamondbacks will now cut the lead in half, as it is now 4-3. Betts with his first postseason home run. Kevin Crow now up at the plate. He strikes out. Jameson Taillon just trying to stay in a groove here. We'll see if that continues to be successful. Here's Carson Kelly now. Deep ball into left, and we're tied at 4. Kelly goes deep into left field. He was part of that Paul Goldschmidt trade a number of years ago, which looks like a massive win for both sides, if we're being honest. Domingo Leyva now up at the plate. He strikes out. Nice pitch from Taillon. That would end his day. 6 innings, 4 runs. Another mad game from Taillon, if we're being honest. Kevin Ginkel now enters here in the 7th, and the Diamondbacks are going to intentionally walk a batter. There's a runner on second with 2 outs, so they want to set up the force out as Bo Bichette is intentionally walked. That'll bring up the pitcher spot, and the Pirates will put up none other than the 19-year-old rookie, the Japanese sensation, Big Daniel Lane. He capitalizes with a single into center. Brian Hayes will score from second, and the Pirates will take a 5-4 lead. Everybody's favorite player on this team, Benny Lane, in the clutch. Michael Givens now going to enter for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 7th, his 3rd postseason appearance. He's been fairly good so far, 2 shutout innings of work, as he's going to strike out the pinch hitter, Nick Ahmed. So now there's 1 out for Ronald Samuel. He nearly had a home run in his last at-bat as he rips his single into center. His first base hit, I believe, of the NLCS, which is rather incredible. Ketel Marte now up at the plate. Samuel stealing second, and this time Mejia is unable to gun down the runner. Full count pitch with 2 outs for Ketel Marte. That ball is blasted deep and a right. Will it be fair? It will. Ketel Marte with the 2-run shot. And the Diamondbacks will take their first lead of the game, as it's now 5-6. Mookie Betts now up. Can he extend the lead? He does not. Goes down in the high fastball. Not a successful inning for Givens, as he allows 2. And we go to the 8th inning. Dylan Carlson, he rips a ball into left field, and it's gone. That's a low sinker. That's a really hard pitch to hit, and Carlson absolutely crushed it. His 2nd home run of the game, or not of the game, of the postseason, sorry. First home run of the game, obviously. And it is now 6-all. Brian Reynolds now up at the plate. He's trying to keep the fun here in the 8th inning, as he will get that one into the left center gap for a double. Pittsburgh has a runner in scoring position as they try to potentially take the lead back. Brian Hayes up, nearly a base hit. Samuel makes a nice play, ending the top of the inning, as it is 6-6 going into the bottom of the 8th inning. We've got quite an inning and a half of baseball to go, most likely. Emmanuel Clase now in for Pittsburgh. First batter of the inning is Josh Fuentes. That one nearly gets over the fence. It does drop on the warning track, and it will be an extra base hit for Fuentes, as Arizona has a runner in scoring position with nobody out. This is their time to shine, as Kevin Crone strikes out for the 4th time today. It's like the quadruple hat trick. I don't know what to say about that. Just an awful performance from Crone. Another batter would strike out, and Clase gets out of the jam as we go to the 9th. Stephen Crichton is now in for the D-backs. Mitch Haniger is up at the plate, the pinch hitter with 2 outs. 1-2 pitch, he's going to go down on the slider, ending the inning. So the best case scenario now for the Pirates is extra innings. They would once again turn to the bullpen into the game for the Pirates. Would be the Fresh Prince of Pittsburgh, Will Smith. 3 postseason innings. He's allowed 1 run. That was a home run. I want to say in game 1 here of the NLCS, is the first batter of the inning rips a single. So that puts a runner on for Arizona. A winning run, potentially. That is Nick Ahmed. Ronald Samuel now up at the plate. That's going to be a bunt to the pitcher. The throw to second is not in time. Will Smith makes a bad decision. Rather than going to first, he tries to get a double play, and it does not work. David Peralta now up at the plate, and he goes down looking on the slider. That's a huge out for Will Smith in Pittsburgh. 2 gone now for Mookie Betts. 1-2 pitch, and he weakly flies this one out to right. Carlson makes the play, and fellas, we're going to extra innings. 9 is not enough. Will Smith gets out of a pretty big jam as we advance to the 10th. Eduardo Escobar up, full count pitch. That one is going to be lined into right, and Mookie Betts makes an incredible catch, gliding in the outfield like a gazelle. Beautiful defensive play by Betts. Following batter, Josh Bell up at the plate, full count pitch. He's going to strike out. Another nice inning from Stephen Crichton as we will advance to the bottom of the 10th. The lefty, Jace Fry, is in for the Pirates. This is his second postseason appearance. His first one was a fairly good one. Here is Fuentes, going to go down on the outside two-seam fastball. Nice pitch from Fry. Here's Kevin Crowe now. He has struck out 4 times today. He will not strike out for a 5th time, thankfully. Single into center for Kevin Crowe. And the Diamondbacks have the winning run on base with 1 out. But it'll bring up Carson Kelly. Weakly grounds this one to short. To second, to first, in time. 6-4-3 double play. The Pirates infield is more chemistry than a science project. Bad decision by Kelly to swing at the outside pitch, and we advance now to the 11th. Score remains tied at 6. Here's Brian Reynolds. He gets that one into left center field, and it's going to drop for a double. Reynolds' second double of the day, and the potential go-ahead run is now in scoring position for Pittsburgh. This is their opportunity to capitalize. Look at Brian Hayes, the rookie. He's going to line that one fair into left. Hayes with the potential go-ahead RBI. Reynolds scores. Hayes with the double. And just like that, Brian Hayes has put the Pirates in a position to win this game, and he's pretty pumped about it. Bo Bichette is intentionally walked again for the 2nd time in this game. That'll bring up Mark Canha, and he's going to ground out to third. So Canha's at bat as the pinch hitter is unsuccessful, but still, 7-6 lead. Ken Giles is in for the save. He is 2 for 2 in save opportunities this postseason. Let's see if he can get a third here in this one and put the Pirates up 2-1. Full count, 2 outs for Ronald Samuel. He draws a walk. The Diamondbacks were down to their final strike, and now the tie-in run is on board, and the winning run is at the plate. 2-1 count for David Peralta. That ball's crushed deep into right, and that one is out of here. And the Arizona Diamondbacks will take Game 3 of the NLCS. What an ending. The Pirates had this game in the bag. Arizona was down to their final strike, but Samuel draws the walk, and Peralta hits the home run, and the Diamondbacks take a 2-1 series lead in a game that the Pirates probably should have won. This one gets away from them. In a best-of-7 series, you cannot let games get away from you. Massive win for Arizona. They have all the momentum right now. As we look at the box score, this was a very exciting game. 11 innings, a lot of batting, a lot of home runs, a lot of power, and we saw some good stretches from some of these pitchers as well. 16 hits, 7 runs for the Pirates. The bats were really good. The bullpen not as much, and I guess Tyon as well. He didn't pitch all that well. Givens allowed a big home run. Obviously, Giles didn't really do his job. But the rest of the bullpen, Fry, Clase, and Will Smith, 3 innings, didn't allow a run. So they did their job. 14 hits, 8 runs for Arizona, 4 home runs, including the walk-off from David Peralta. The win goes to Stephen Crichton. The final 3 innings from him were all very solid, only allowing 1 run, which was the Brian Hayes RBI double in the 11th. And now we go to Game 4. This isn't a must-win, per se, for the Pirates, but if they lose this game, they're down in this series 3-1, and spoiler alert, that's not where they really want to be. The Diamondbacks can really get in the driver's seat here with a win here in game number 4. Let's see if they can do it. Another lefty on the hill for Arizona. However, Benny Lane is going to be starting at first base. He doesn't normally play against lefties. It's not like he's a liability against left-handed pitchers. It's just that it makes more sense to start Brian Hayes. Benny Lane, however, will start this game. He will be batting in the 8 hole. That lefty who I'm talking about for the Diamondbacks is Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner, we all know, is a postseason hero. Put the Giants on his back nearly 10 years ago, back in 2014, to lead them to a World Series championship. So he knows a thing or two about playing well in big games. Brian Reynolds back to the leadoff role in this game as he opens up this one with a base hit. And quickly, the Pirates have themselves a runner on base. Eduardo Escobar now up 2-2 count, and he's going to get that one into right. Mookie Betts will not make the play. That is a single for him. So 2 runners on, no outs. Very early into this game, the Pirates are starting off hot. Here's Josh Bell going to go down on the curveball right down the middle. He likes that pitch, too. He was eyeing that one up. He wanted to go gonzo with that one. Dylan Carlson now up, grounds it to third. Fuentes over to Samuel, over to Kevin Cron, 5-4-3, double play. And despite having 2 runners on with no outs, the Pirates aren't able to score anyone. You can't be wasting simple opportunities like that in a best of 7. Julio Urias gets the start for the Pirates. He pitched very well in Game 2 of the NLCS over the San Diego Padres. Let's see how he does here in this one. Ketel Marte up at the plate, grounds this one to second. Bichette makes the play. Now a 1-2 inning from Julio Urias to start this ball game off. As we advance to the second, O'Neal Cruz is up at the plate. He's going to go down on the changeup, a little lefty on lefty crime. O'Neal Cruz is pretty much as good against lefties as he is against righties, but some of his off-speed pitches he really struggles against. Here's Mookie Betts striking out. Both pitchers really starting this game off. Kevin Cron, he strikes out after having like 4 in the last game. Not a great NLCS here for Kevin Cron, to say the least. Here's Benny Lane now leading off the top of the third with a single into right. Pittsburgh has themselves a runner on base. Maybe they can try to be the first ones to punch a number into the run category. Brian Reynolds now up, his second single of the game. So once again, 2 runners on, this time 1 out. As can the Pirates capitalize, or will they leave multiple runners on base again? Here's Eduardo Escobar. That one goes into left center, and it'll drop for a hit. Escobar goes to second, though. I don't know why, and he will be tagged out. I don't know what kind of coke he was doing before he was up at the plate, but what can you do? Here is Josh Bell. He strikes out, and once again, the Pirates lose an opportunity as they don't drive any runners across. Bottom 3 now. Nick Ahmed leading things off. Julio Urias with a no-hitter so far. That's an absolutely beautiful pitch. Inside slider. That one gets Ahmed to go down. Here's Fuentes now on the high and outside changeup. He goes down looking. So isn't it only fitting that Madison Bumgarner is now up, and he is the first player to not only get a hit off of Urias, but the first one to drive in a run. Bumgarner with a dinger. He's obviously notorious for being one of the better hitting pitchers in baseball, and he's going to show why with that one. His obviously first home run of the postseason. That's his first at bat of the postseason as we go to the 4th. Dylan Carlson up at the plate. That one drops for a single. So Bumgarner is the only one responsible for a run so far, and he's pitching a damn good game so far. So you got to give credit to him early in this one. Bo Bichette now up, grounds that one to Fuentes, to Samuel, to Cron. The Diamondbacks once again turn the double play. And now O'Neal Cruz is up at the plate, 1-2 pitch. He goes down on the high cutter. Madison Bumgarner is on fire through 4 innings. Julio Urias not doing too much worse right now. However, Carson Kelly launches a bomb into left. You might as well call him Kim Jong-un because he's launching nukes. Kelly goes deep, and the Arizona Diamondbacks will now make it 2-0. Carson Kelly really starting to play well in the NLCS. He's been dominant for Arizona. Here's Benny Lane. He draws a walk. Now on second for Brian Reynolds. Hits that one into right, and it will be caught by Betts. Unnecessary drama queen dive at the end of that, but still a nice catch, which prevents a run. Bumgarner now up here in the bottom of the 5th. He does not go deep this time. Instead, he will strike out on the curveball, and we go to the 6th inning. Pirates still have a goose egg on the scoreboard, but that might change here. Eduardo Escobar deep at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. Escobar with the home run. His second postseason home run, and the Pirates will cut the lead in half as it's now 2-1. Pittsburgh really has to get onto a groove. They cannot be down 3-1 in this series. Here's Josh Bell. He strikes out. Nice pitch from Bumgarner. Dylan Carlson now up, full count pitch. He goes down swinging on the curveball, so despite the Escobar home run, Mad Bum is still cooking. Here's David Peralta now, of course, the walk-off hero in Game 3. He goes down looking on the fastball. Julio Urias is still only allowed 2 hits today. the home runs by Bumgarner and Carson Kelly. Here is Benny Lane. He's going to strike out. Matt Bum continuing his dominance. That would end the 7th, and that'll probably end Bumgarner's day. Bottom 7, here's Carson Kelly. Went deep in his last at-bat, and he's going to go deep again. Kelly with the home run, his second of the game, and it is now 3-1. The Diamondbacks lead this game 3-1. If the Pirates don't get their act together, that won't be the only 3-1 lead against them that they see. Inning does come to a close, and that would end Julio Urias' day. Julio pitched really well. He only allowed 3 hits. Problem is, they were all home runs. Andrew Chafin now in the game here for Bumgarner in the 8th inning. Could this be where the collapse of Arizona starts? Well, this will help. Mark Canha, the pinch hitter, going to lead things off hot. Canha with a double. So Pittsburgh has a runner in scoring position. This is what they need to start the rally, ladies and gentlemen. Nice hit from Canha. Brian Reynolds now up at the plate. Full count pitch. He's going to draw a walk. That was close. That could have been called a strike. He's lucky. So now 1 out. Full count here for Josh Bell. And he absolutely cracks that ball deep into right. Oppo, Papo, Gonzo. Josh Bell with the 3-run shot. And the Pirates will take a 4-3 lead. Right when they needed Josh Bell to come up clutch, he comes up clutch. Pitching change for Arizona. Alex Young now enters the game. Young literally looks like Dylan Carlson's twin for what it's worth as he strikes out Bo Bichette. Bottom 8 now, Ryan Presley is in for the Pittsburgh Pirates as he tries to have a successful inning. Ronald Sunwell goes down looking. 1-2-3 inning for Presley, and we go down into the 9th inning as the score remains 4-3. Here is Benny Lane going to ground this one to second. Ronald Sunwell makes the play, and the Diamondbacks will be down 1 going into the bottom of the 9th. Ken Giles was in this pretty much exact same scenario in Game 3, and he blew it. Giles is on for the save. Let's see if he can capitalize. Look who's leading off the inning. It's David Peralta, who had the walk-off in the last game, and he opens up with a single. That's the first non-base hit, or that's the first non-home run for a base hit for Arizona today. Rather impressive. Following batter, Ketel Marte grounds that one to Lane. Over to Cruz. Back to Lane. 3-6-3 double play. And the Diamondbacks are down to their last out. Down to their last strike now. 1-2 pitch for Mookie Betts. He goes down swinging on the slider. Ken Giles redeems himself. And the Pirates will tie the NLCS up at 2. Massive win for Pittsburgh. It really looked like the Pirates should have won Game 3. And at times it looked like the Diamondbacks should have won this game. Arizona only had 4 hits in this game, though. Julio Urias pitched really well. Let's look at the box score real quick. 4 runs off of 9 hits for the Pirates. The bats were all right. We did have some guys struggle. Bo Bichette went 0 for 4. O'Neal Cruz 0 for 4. Francisco Mejia, who has really been ice cold lately, he went 0 for 4 as well. Obviously, Bell had the big home run, his 3rd postseason home run. Escobar with his 2nd. Julio Urias gets the win. He pitched really well. He allowed 3 runs, but he only allowed 3 hits, and I think he did a really good job of limiting base runners and limiting damage. For the Diamondbacks, they only had 4 hits. Obviously, the 3 dingers, 2 from Carson Kelly, 1 from Matt Bum. The only other base hit was the single by Peralta to lead off the 9th inning. Madison Bumgarner pitched really well. However, Andrew Chafin gets the loss. He allowed the home run to Josh Bell. And the great performance, not only hitting-wise, but pitching from Madison Bumgarner essentially goes to waste. So that'll do it for the episode. Both teams get a win. The NLCS is now tied up at 2. Looking at the AL side, the Boston Red Sox now lead the Indians 2-1. So it looks like that series is going to be fairly interesting as well. Next episode will be Games 5 and 6 of the NLCS. Can someone win both games and advance to the World Series, or will we need a Game 7? Find out next time. Peace out.